Normally we play Elden Ring, but since there's a new Mario movie out this week, I'll be playing the Mario game that released with the movie. Oh wait, there is no Mario game coming out with the movie. We don't even know when the next Mario game is coming out, so damn, I guess we'll play Elden Ring again, and this time we'll make it a Mario game. If you want to watch these runs live, follow me on Twitch. We're finding weird ways to play Elden Ring all the time. Join my Patreon if you want to give me money. It's the best place to do it since I get to keep the most of the money. Oh, and subscribe. Less than half of you are actually subscribed, and let's be honest, this is the 5th video in a binge for some of you. Hit the subscribe button. Now I'll jump into this run. We're kicking things off as a vagabond. I could start as a prophet for a fire flower right away, but this has better stats for what we need, and you can just buy the fire from corn syrup right away. Our first jump goes great, with us landing between limb and grave. We grab a crafting kit and get a Yoshi from Daisy, save Bowser Jr. from a hole, and warp to the Dragon Barrel behind the Third Church of America. With a pickle from Limgrave, we watch the Knights Cavalry fail at platforming. Hilarious. Imagine dying because of bad platforming. Couldn't be me. See, you can just buy the fire flower right here from Corn. I love Corn. He's got the juice we need for pyromancy. Then another guy sells us some boxing gloves. We'll use those until we can get a hammer, but we're not punching the bad dragon's toes just yet. That bad dragon is coming later. Instead, imagine Mario in fort height, platforming to the top of the tower for the Dectus medallion piece. Then we grab the Ass of War, which will let us ground pound dry bones into dust. It's pretty great since our thick guanciale makes a shockwave that hits the skeleton ads. Dry bones drops some death spaghetti we'll give to Poochie for the beast seal that scales with strength, and since two-handing a weapon gives you 50% more virtual strength, that also means it increases the scaling of the beast seal. It might seem like the scaling is garbage because, well, the scaling is garbage, but if you're making mostly a strength character, this is a great seal until you can get to the frenzied flame. We can use that to cook a piranha plant. It's very weak to fire, plants tend to be. This one in Kayla drops the flame shrouding tear for 20% extra fire damage. That's some red pepper flakes, baby. Fawful after that, we use the flower as much as we can, but after running out of bros points, we're back to punching. I know we've done a lot of spiked cestus runs, so don't worry, this isn't a continuing trend for the run. We just have to beat Fawful before we can get our weapon. Also, are we liking these Superstar Saga references? That's one of my favorite Mario games. Toad says Peach is in another castle, and we take that well. Then go up the safe path anyway. It's not safe though, this guy punches me off a ladder. But after that, we go through, pick up the brick hammer. The perfect hammer. Sure, the giant crusher is better in every way, but I'm not gonna get a better hammer just because it's better. The brick hammer is the right look and size for Mario's hammer. The giant crusher just isn't. I get an instant drop from Flame of the Redmanes, but we don't even use it. I'm just proud of getting it on my first attack. Now we have a hammer, but we need to make it harder. For that, we boogie around Stormvale, warp whistle further into Lernia, and take on Corn from Fire Emblem. Not Corn from the Round Table Hold, totally different corns. This is the Dragon Corn, and our hammer is stumpy enough to whiff the head a bunch. We still get in enough hits to open up that face for a big old crit. It just flies around a lot. I hate that. Eventually, we get the win, which we didn't need since you can just like grab the key, but I feel like if a run can handle it, I'll usually do it. It's an extra level at this point. Warp whistle twice more to the Bellum Grace, then pop into Fort Pharaoh for the other piece of the Dectus medallion, and boogie up to Altus. First, I want a shirt. Beach Mario is fun, but it's not great. So that means we're going into the Sage's Cave for the Raptor's black feathers. Everyone remembers the cool cape from Super Mario World, right? Well, this one's just goth, and it boosts our damage with jump attacks. We are the Jump Man. There aren't overalls in this game, so this is obviously the best Mario outfit. It'll look more like Mario when we get the red cap. That's in Stormvale, along with the Claw Talisman. So talk to Roderica to put the cap in the world, then do some parkour on the rooftops and head up the ladder.
I'm dead.
Okay, we'll murder everyone, then climb the ladder and get the Claw Talisman for more bonus damage with jump attacks. Downstairs, on a pile of corpses, we can scoop up the Red Hood. It's the only red hat in the game. It boosts vigor by 1. Neat. Pauline is in Stormvale. Might as well talk to her. She says she'll help us fight a boss later. Now it's time to actually upgrade the hammer. In the Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel, we battle a Crystallion with a hammer. Swords against rocks? Not great. Hammers against rocks? Pretty good. Back up to Altus for the Bell Bearing 2, and mamma mia, that's a plus 12 hammer. To make sure we're getting the most money for our plumbing services, we have to sit on a bald guy. But to sit on a bald guy, we have to sit on nerd juice. Our guanciale is strong enough to break him down easy, and strong enough for patches as well. 3 booty blasts, and he's dead. It's one of the strongest asses in gaming, but there is another. And she's a main squeeze. No, side B. Peach. We're gonna go get Peach now.
And if I had my little way, I'd eat peaches every day.
But before we find a romantic partner, let's get financially stable. Peach isn't after our money, but it is good to be on solid footing before asking someone to commit. We'll make our money the old-fashioned way, murder. The abandoned cave is terrible. We get rotted the first time, then warp whistle back to start over, not rotted. This is what the Flame of the Redmanes was for, but I don't use it. I just hammer stuff. Weapons are pretty good, even when they're a dinky little hammer. Now we'll get 20% more runes when we kill bosses, so let's go get the blooper. Pauline comes in with us. She's got lightning axes and political ambition. The lightning axes are definitely an addition from the Elden Ring universe. Donkey Kong would not have been able to pull her up a construction site if she was rocking these bad boys. Together, we get some critical hits off and win pretty easily. It's nice to see some exes who are friends. You can do that too. Just respect each other's need for space, remember their positive qualities, and commit regicide together. Oh hey, we haven't punched that bad dragon's toes yet, have we? You can also punch the bad dragon's tail, but it's better to pick the feet. For more information, Google bad dragon feet pics on your work computer. Then we'll grind up even more money by burning down the putrid avatar until we run out of bros points and have to hammer. We did it so fast that the pickle we crunched after the Dragon Barrel Dragon was still active, saving us a pickle. Well, if we have another pickle, let's just go hit Grail. He's a big dragon like Smaragd, but on a bridge? I guess he has more health and damage for endgame, but he's just a basic ass dragon on a bridge. He doesn't even have like a unique spell. He's just like a guy on a bridge. Drops a bunch of money though. There's a power-up we can grab that most people seemed to forget about while I was playing, and we have to fight a boss we've never fought before, the Stormveil Crucible Knight. I'm gonna be honest, I'm doo-doo at this fight. Just parry, bro. Oh, with Mario's famous shield? We are gonna get a shield later, actually. But right now, we don't have one. Instead, I'll use the power of 40 vigor, trading. He gets hit, we get hit, but we have more health, so we win. I could learn the patterns and practice the fight, but I don't know if I'm playing another character that will use it to Tail, so I don't want to do that. Let's go say hi to Rosalina. I guess this is the Bachelor era for Mario. First we have to fight the Duck Hunt dog. Don't know where the duck is, but I'm glad she's gone. This puppy is much weaker on his own. Upstairs we scoop up the Ratigan icon, which will make our spells faster, like the Fire Flower and the Tanuki Tail. Let's show it off against Moongrum.
It's tail time.
Seems like this Tanuki Tail is really good against NPCs. It knocks them on their ass and you can just keep comboing them as they stand up. RIP dork, imagine using Carian Retaliation on a shield. Couldn't be me. We have to squish a bunch of Lumas before we can actually hit Rosalina. Kinda messed up that she uses her children as a shield, but it's also 1-for-1 with the Smash Rosalina. Hey, speaking of Smash Rosalina, that's a pretty good idea. Let's smash her so she can't summon in phase 2. It's much easier to avoid her star bits when she doesn't send an entire goddamn army after you. We've killed a lot of Rosalina's children, so what's one more? There's a whole party being thrown to kick Ganondorf's ass and we're summoning everyone. It's 8-player Smash, so it can be a little difficult to commentate, but basically, we all hit Ganondorf. A lot. Then he jumps up, turns into a meteor, summons some meteors, and
Here comes the big wave!
after dashing over the big wave, Ganondorf dies. Time for another one of Rosalina's children. We're running out of Mario women, so Ronnie is Zelda, I guess. Rosalina is the mother of the Triforce, and Zelda and Ganondorf are related. It's canon, maybe, in one of the timelines. Give Ronnie a secret ninja form as the leader of the Black Knives in the DLC. That'd be pretty sick. Loretta is a dork. She plays with a Yoshi mount, but doesn't let you summon a Yoshi in her arena. How is that fair? On our way up to Zelda's tower, we check out Kamek's assist trophy collection, then talk to Zelda, then talk to Kamek. He wants a Pauline assist trophy, but that's kind of messed up, so I just pass the potion off to Egad and tell him to give it to Pauline. He's so happy he gives us the Peach trophy. Finger Maiden Theralina. Finger Maiden? We just met. Apparently Kamek is being controlled by Lakitu down in Carian Manor. I don't know. I don't care about the story. I just want to buy Carian Retaliation for a reflector cape. I'm definitely gonna use that. Keep your eyes peeled for it. The rest of Zelda's quest, Mario enters Ganondorf's hole. This is Subspace Emissary all over again. We fight Luigi with the Tanuki Tail until we run out. Lots of people in chat were asking if we'd use the Mimic Tear for Luigi, but nah, I use that enough. And it's kind of OP. Sure, it would make sense, but I'm not gonna do something stronger when there's a more interesting option. Glove War 10, Incel Rivermain Noxtella, say hi to Phalanx Demon's Holes. We'll be poking through Demon's Holes as Phalanx on Twitch soon, so follow me to watch that. Grab some Somber Stones, a few Glove Warts, and now we can max out Peach. Before popping into New Donk City, I'm popping into the Sad Peninsula for the Koopa Shield. We need a shield to put Carian Retaliation on for the Deflector Cape, and this one looks like a Koopa shell, so I'm choosing this one. It also makes our stamina come back faster, so that's nice. Then 1, 2, 3 Sacred Tears. Dimitri Fire Emblem is blocking off the entrance to New Donk City. Since we just kinda hit him, let's focus on Peach. This is her debut fight. She throws holy pots that don't do a lot of damage, but she also heals. She heals a lot. Mostly to herself. enough. She does about half a flask's worth for us, but that's still enough to be noticeable. Kinda wish she'd go for more hand-destroying combos like Peach does in Smash, but healing is fine, I guess. Going into New Donk City, we're still deathless, so I activate Godric's Great Rune. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
From good to bad to worse.
We've burned one Piranha Plant, yes, but what about a second Piranha Plant? The one in New Donk City gives you a Lord's Rune that's worth 50,000 runes for basically doing nothing. The New Donk Knight drops nothing, kind of a waste of time to fight him. Say hi to the Hammer Bros while we grab the Ritual Shield Talisman for a little extra damage resistance while we're at full health. It's like the extra health hearts in Galaxy. King Boo is actually a bruiser in this game, swinging big axes and stomping a bunch. Peach keeps herself alive and we get plenty of stance breaks and crits for the win. Black Knife Assassins are weak to the Tanuki tail. It's really fun to just knock her down over and over again. We bring in Daisy for Fawful 2, and now we have 2 healers. There's no way we die.
Are you sure about that?
Huh. Okay, our mistake was using the tail. Spells are trash, hammers are better, even when the hammers are kind of bad. Next attempt, we get the stance break in phase 2 and another stance break. Yeah, he's got a lot of extra health because of Daisy. I think it's worth it. I like Daisy. She's got real feral energy, wants to burn down the Erd Tree. Wow, it's the Forbidden Lands, and they're gone. Great level. Toad is waiting for us at the mountaintops of the Giants and says that Daisy has to die to set the Erd Tree on fire? I don't want to do that. Let's put a pin in it. Get the Smithing Stone Bell Bearing 3, beat an Erd Tree avatar for the runes to level it up. Did you know if you get overconfident, it can get you killed? Because I do. Now. Oh my! Okay, second try, we burn it down and get the plus 18 hammer. Maybe some rune arcs too. We've been burning through them early as our little mushrooms. It's a buff that goes away when we die. Yeah, that's a mushroom. Let's enter the castle's hole with our stumpy hammer. Then open up the shortcut and oh god, oh no. First stream, no deaths. Second stream, 3 deaths in 40 minutes. Must be rusty on the sticks here. I don't know what the Nintendo equivalent of Nile is, so Peppy the dog. First we hammer the 2 sword guy before he can do a barrel roll, then the shield guy before he can second Star Fox reference. Come up with it when you're recording. I believe in you. Nile kills us. Next time, 2 swords and the shield, then hammering Nile. It's the same strategy as last time, but this time I don't die. Remember, trying to do the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is the definition of being cool. Time for another ice level. You know why ice levels are always late game in every game? Because ice levels are terrible. Nobody likes them. Every game designer gets through 60% of the game saying, I won't do it, no ice level in my game, then realizes they're out of ideas. Elden Ring did 2 ice levels. Ensha wants to fight us because he likes ice levels, so we hit him with some tail time. This Piranha Plant is worth a lot of runes, so let's burn it down. Then take on Bowser with 2 bloopers. Of all the dragons, this one gets to be Bowser, because he kills us twice. The bloopers aren't doing their job, but also, look at this jank here. I dodged the sword swing, but its armpit pushes me into the magma, scoots me through the hitboxes, so me and Yoshi get hit multiple times, Yoshi dies, and I burn to death in the magma. Bowser has some deadly pits. Google Bowser armpits for more. Third attempt, we get him down and get a bunch more runes. Mario sure is a greedy Gus. We need a lot of coins. Well, the ice world was shitty, so let's go somewhere less shitty. The sewer. It's more shitty. Picked up the Seedbed Curse for Wario, but then I realized I forgot to talk to him in the Round Table Hold, so whatever. Let's just go do this without him. Bait the Omen to get the shortcut open, Fireball the Gargoyles. Fireball the Gargoyle. God, oh my god. I'll just guard counter them with the Koopa Shield. It's kind of like using the Deflector Cape. Kind of. Hey, remember when Mario fought Satan? I do. He used hammers and got healed by Peach. God, she's great at staying alive. Some of the best recovery in the game right there. Platforming? In my Mario game? More likely than you'd think. If you mess up, just quit out before you land. Then you don't die. It's the Feather Cape. Makes for soft landings, obviously.
First try.
Oh, but we need to get grapes. They're a key ingredient in one of the 2 Italian food groups, wine. We also bought an ice flower on the way. Doesn't really matter. It kind of sucks. We'll try and use it on something later. Into Castle Morn, the Revenger says our princess is in another castle, so we kill him. Then we talk to Mithra and oh
no, he died.
She's alive again. Feed grape, fight Vike. Feed Vike, grape, get fingered in a hole, and turn Mithra into Pyra for the Frenzied Flame Seal. Does she work as Pyra? I don't know. I don't play Fire Emblem. It scales with dexterity, which we need for fast spellcasting, strength, which we need for hammering, intelligence, which we need for that ice flower that's terrible, and faith, which we needed for the fire we've already been using. After butt slamming a few crystallions, we have enough somber stones for a maxed out Frenzy Seal. Now it's time to really cook. For true cooking power, we need to head up to the Guardian Garrison. This fire dude says our princess is in another castle, then summons a dog to fight us in a small room. Capra Demon, I missed you, buddy. We get the W and the Giant's Prayer Book for some extra spicy spells, then grab a Smithing Stone 10 from inside the corpse of F-Zero and head into the Fire Giant. I know we've used a hammer for most bosses, but this one it's pretty mandatory to use the hammer. Believe it or not, the Fire Giant resists fire. Wow. And good news, hammering toes hurts. Hammering hands hurts. Hammering eyes hurts. He hits hard, but we hit harder. No, we don't. We hit more often. We do not hit harder. Fire Giant dead. We burn down the Erd Tree. Daisy is alive to hate us. That's fine. I'd rather have her alive and hating us than dead. Now Joel Last of Us is in for Amazula. We grab the First Grace and summon Big Bernie for the Ice Climbers. The duo now uses fire and a rollout attack. God, I hate the rollout attack. I actually died to the stabbing though. That's kind of funny. Next attempt, we focus on the skinny one, then the chunky one, then another chunky one? Weird. Big win. That's also the last bell bearing we can use to max out this hammer. Of course I landed the swag jump. I'm the jump man. No silly gravity deaths for me. Just grab that Lord's Rune from the Alexander Path, then... Okay, not my finest hour. Anyway, on to the Mamma Mia! The bird run goes fine. At least there aren't any embarrassing deaths there. Draconic 3 Sentinel isn't a problem, but boy freaking howdy is the first phase of Poochie. The hammer against the Beast Clergyman phase makes you whiff like nobody's business because of Poochie's diagonal body. If you're directly in front of him, you end up whiffing since the top of his body pushes you away before your hammer lands by his Poochie pelvis. Let's count the whiffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 whiffs in phase 1. Phase 2 goes a little better. I don't know if his hurt boxes change. I think it's just a difference in how he moves. The clergyman likes to line up square with you. Malekith just bounces around like a mad dog. A mad dog we put down. But it was annoying. Now we're in the dry desert. That's so weird. I thought this was where New Donk City was. Oh well. Everyone knows Mario has some of the best grabs in Smash. Let's see if we can say so long to Egad. Huh. It's not working. We're getting the grab, but he just keeps breaking it? I guess he must be a godlike masher. Respect, but Egad is dead. Oh my, it looks like Egad was doing some necromancy because King Boo is alive again. Was his name Boo when he was alive too? I don't want to think about that. Let's just re-ghost him. 2 crits in phase 1. That's pretty nice. Phase 2, he starts winding up that big shockwave, but I'll just smack him to death before that becomes an issue. Only one more boss, unless we wanted to do all remembrances again. Then our castle would need another princess. How about a goth one?
Princess. Yeah. Whoa.
Back to Noxtella, we light a bunch of torches and fight Claude from Xenoblade. He's really leaning into the deer aesthetic, but I don't fear the deer fears me. Dude, stop running.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Oh my god, and it heals? This is what happens when you don't stand Edelgard von hashtag. Now it's time for Lake of Rot, and Ridley. He's too big for Smash, but just right for Bloodborne. Gravity is cool and all, but we use it to our advantage. By jumping in the air, the gravity of the earth pulls our hammer down onto Ridley's face. Then he dies. I start the Vari quest, fight Palutena and her dancing pole blade, then the beast guy who's like that thing from that game, I don't know, lots of characters this run. Anastia is guarding a Golden Vow spell. That'll be a nice superstar to give us better defense and offense. Then we head into the Deeproot Depths, or should I say Deeproot Deaths? Because I fell off the roots 3 times. That's embarrassing. Came here mostly for the Prince of Death's staff. It scales with intelligence and faith, so all of the faith investment will pay off when we use the Ice Flower. That's a sorcery, not an incantation. We Tanuki Tail the fighting Polygon team. Remember, it's great against NPCs, but we need a different kind of ass once all 3 come out, since one has Super Poise Brothers activated. Ground pounding works, they're flattened. Kinda bouncing all around. Look, 120 star routing is complicated. You've got to have a true speedrunner mind to understand it. And remember, I do have the Elden Ring world record.
Objection!
Volcano Manor's fine. The Godskin Noble is fine. We fought a harder version already. It's a little trickier to avoid the rollout in this room, but yeah, it's fine. No more Noble. Let's fight Inkling again. I call him Satan earlier, but hey, what's the difference? Get the sheet from Vari, give it back to him with some ink on it, run through a dark cave. Actually fight off the Sanguine Noble so I can buy some rune arcs from this nice man with a terrible location for his shop. Dude, go outside. For the Inkling, we Golden Vow, then begin to plow. We get a fantastic crit in phase 1, but phase 2, Inkling remembers how to play their character. We get melted under all that ink. Oof. Next attempt, we get a crit. Check that, 2 crits in phase 1, so he's pretty low by the time phase 2 starts. After that, it's just a matter of bashing him a few more times for the win. Placiduous Axe, more like Placiduous sucks. I've never fought this dude with a normal build. It's always been cheese with the bubbles, or the nut, or having people I summoned do the bubbles and the nut. But how hard can it be?
It's not that hard, Scott. Tell him, Wash.
It's incredibly hard.
I vow up and hammer, breaking the stance, switch to the cat claw we got from Inkling 1. His bleed resist is wildly high, and we do not get it during the stance break. The teleports at half health are ridiculous. Who designed this? There is no window to actually attack. Why would you do this? Next attempt, we just hammer during the stance break. It's not better. And we get killed with the Omega Laser that I'm pretty sure covers the whole screen and can't be rolled through. Fun attack. Okay, we actually have a lot of dexterity for faster casting. Maybe we can go make the hammer stronger by going quality instead of heavy. For that, we gotta dip into Storm Veil, get through the Fog Door, and pick up the Iron Wet Blade. And it's worse. Yeah, what do you know? Okay, we can go to the Haligtree and kill Loretta for some runes. So, the Liturgical Town, no sweat. Haligtree, no sweat. We get the swag jump first try. Then, take on Archer Byleth, another Xenoblade character. Peach gives us some clutch heals when we need them, and we just hammer away. Loretta is a bit too aggressive to try anything fancier. I'm still working on a plan to take out Placiduous Axe, maybe Unendurable Frenzy for that Mario Final Smash, or Flame Fall Upon Them from the Koopa Troopa Priest Muriel. One of those two should work. Flame Fall Upon Them is charged, so let's boost that with the Godfrey icon and beat Godfrey for it, just like Godric, and we're way higher leveled, so
Delete that footage.
this is the end of stream 2. After dying to Godfrey, you just sort of need to take a break. Carian Study Hall goes fine. I'm Mario. It's platforming, kind of my thing. Up top, we get the Curse Mark of Death and Hug Fia. A lot. Lots of hugs. Very needy, very slow dialogue. I get it. Zekrom has lots of annoying lightning, but the worst part is how against type this is for a Miyazaki boss. You can't focus on the toes. Why won't you let me look at those toes, Miyazaki? I sort of just end up doing what I always do with Fortis Axe, just trade until we win. It's never a free fight, but I don't think I've actually lost it that many times. The rest of the remembrances are gods, so let's go get some air and kill God with the power of jumping. Before that, imagine Mario getting Fort laid. A Fire Monk outside almost beats us to death. I guess I'm still rusty on those sticks, but that'll give us the Fire Scorpion Charm for 12% more fire damage and lower damage resistance. It's a trade, but we need all the damage we can get for Placiduous Axe. Speaking of, let's go fight DDD and the Elden Beast. Radagon is DDD because of the hammer. I don't know who the Elden Beast is, so it's just the Elden Beast. DDD is weak to fire, but I'm using the hammer. Gotta save my magic for the Elden Beast. I could use a fire hammer with Flame of the Red Mains, but Mario's hammer never goes on fire, so it feels like I gotta stay purely physical. I don't know, that's just me. Flame Fall Upon Them is apparently really good against bosses with big hurt boxes. I haven't used it. Against the Elden Beast, I find out this is terrible. Spells are garbage. Dinky Hammer is better, and Dinky Hammer is bad. I don't care about Elden Stars. We have enough vigor, it's fine. God is dead. Let's kill another god. After killing an ulcerated tree spirit for another magic tier, this is a bigger, more mobile piranha plant, so Petey, let's call it Petey. It drops the Cerulean Hidden tier, which lets you cast magic without spending focus for 20 seconds. Placiduous Axe, your reckoning is upon you. We break the stance, then unleash the Final Smash on its face. Oh, Mario Final Smash sucks. Oh yeah. It teleports, but we break the stance again before it hits us with the Omega Laser and banishes us back to the Shadow Realm. One more attempt, and hey, can this dude get a Stake of Marika, please? The run back is trash. I just feel like I'm playing in any FromSoft game that isn't Elden Ring. I have a bold new strategy this time, just hit him. Hit him a lot.
He can hit. Fine.
He got him so bad.
We refresh the Golden Vow during the first teleport and end up pretty low during the Omega Laser, but we make it work. Wasn't even close. Placiduous Axe is not the worst god, it's actually Kirby, Lord of Volcano Manor and Devourer of Gods. If you're not using the Serpent Hunter Spear, you have to get next to his body, which is surrounded by lava. I tried to Ice Crag him since he's weak to Frostbite, but that sucks, spells are trash, we die. Then switch to the hammer next time. It's kind of fine, the chip damage is bad, and we're taking constant chip damage as we're dealing constant chip damage. His HP is ridiculous. We get to phase 2, then it's back to Whiff City. You might think a fully engorged, god-devouring python would be easy to hit with a hammer twice the size of our body. But nah, if you don't aim for the spindly legs, apparently it's not a hurt box. We died again. Let's build a little better for this. Step 1, get more fire resistance. For that, we go to the Dragon Barrow Cave and take on Fox and Wolf. They're working together, that's nice. Just like all my fanfics. Well, not just like all my fanfics. We hammer away on Fox, then move to the beefier Wolf. It's pretty easy. They drop a nice amount of runes and the Flame Drake +2 talisman. That's the best fire resistance we can get, until we head back to the Hallowed Tree for the Pearl Drake +2. I squished one of the mist we got on the way up, but the other one wasn't after us, so live and let live. Then a trip to Rosalina to respec so we have more useful stats. Okay, back at it with the Golden Vow and Star Power, and Blessings of the Erd Tree for recovery. The Erd Tree feeds on dead bodies, which means it's a fungus, and then I trust the fungus.
Trust the fungus. Trust the fungus.
The recovery pairing with the fire damage resistance basically makes the magma a non-factor, other than interrupting our movement every 3 seconds or so. Yeah, that really sucks. So does phase 2. If you can't get to the spindly arms, you can't get hit. And the fire skulls are gonna kill you, because phase 2 of Rykard is just the arena explodes in random places. Another attempt, and I die. This just sucks. This really sucks. Hey, remember how they put the Master Sword, a beam-shooting sword, into Mario Maker? The Serpent Hunter's a big sword that shoots beams, so yeah, I used it. Fuck this guy, Rykard's dead. Only one boss left. We go through LFL, take another Gravity Death, god dang it, through the Waterfall, and scoop up the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman for the most physical resistance we could have before fighting the ultimate Mario boss. Remember when I said the Duck Hunt dog didn't have the duck? I found the duck. It's Malenia, Blade of Mikola, and she is so goddamn angry. We vow and slam, but the hammer is shorter than her sword, so the trades end up in her favor, especially considering she heals every time she hits us. Second try, the hammer's still too short. It's just not working. Let's try the Ice Flower. She's pretty weak to ice as a grass type, but we got grabbed and quit out, or when we tried to, the game breaks. Loading again, we died again. That was gonna count anyway, but now it counts extra. The ducky dance is such a huge problem, though I'm actually getting better at dodging it. Sometimes, not a lot. We die a lot. The big issues seem to be that Peach is too passive and our hammer is so short. So, remember when I said I wasn't using the Giant Crusher since the hammer's too big, and I wasn't using Luigi because he's too strong?
You probably should ignore that.
Back to Noxtella for the Ghost Gloveworts 9 and 8. Pick up Luigi, pretty important part of getting Luigi. Then run all the way down to the Dragon Skin Soldier of Noxtella. It dies super fast, so we get the Ghost Glovewort 10. We used to kill Exicus every time to level our Spirit Ash, and hey, that makes this kind of a throwback, right? Spar with Waluigi, he's like Luigi but evil. Use the Tanuki Tail since it's an NPC. Still need some runes, so let's go through the Spirit Calling Cave and fight the Boo version of the Godskin duo. Godskin Buo. Oh, that's good. I just came up with that. We're all recording, had to say it out loud. It's the Godskin Buo for sure. We still have to fight both of them, but we fight them one at a time and they can't be statused. The only status we use is Hammer. The Giant Crusher is a better hammer, and Petey Piranha is back to give us another golden seed for one more flask. Respec with Rosalina again for more strength, then smack up Borealis for the runes, kill Poochie again for another Smithing Stone 10, and we haven't killed Gilka yet. Yeah, let's kill Gilka for the Ritual Sword Talisman. 10% more damage at full health. Now let's show this mother ducker the power of fraternity. Luigi is better at taking aggro, and we deal more damage, which is a double-edged sword. Literally, it makes her do the ducky dance more with her double-edged sword. Twice. God dang it. We're running out of stamina too fast. Maybe I should get the green Koopa talisman I talked shit on during the Elon run. Apparently a lot of you really like it, which is fine, you know, as long as we all agree that we hate Elon. I just decided to respec with Rosalina again. If a duck is making you lose faith in humanity, get rid of your faith and invest in strength. Who needs God when you can bench press a car? We died instantly the next time. Whoops. Let's try and get those jump hammers going with all of our boosts to the jumps. It works out pretty nicely. Maybe this is too late in the video to explain, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We're not using charge attacks with this hammer since it has a unique R2 made to flatten NPC enemies. It actually does less stance damage and has more dead frames than the jump attack, which means the Giant Crusher is better at fighting humans than it is at fighting giants. great name. It's better to just jump. We made it to phase 2, but got rotted. First time in phase 2 though, that's progress. Next attempt, we vow while she goes for the mushroom. She's trying to turn the fungus against us. Against us? I won't stand for it. Instead, I jump for it with enough hammer power to get the win. Maybe I should try a strength only run with this sweet hammer. Overall, it took us 9 hours and 52 minutes to kill 51 bosses and die 32 times. Pretty solid, landing between Riku and Vader in the A tier. Honestly, it's basically the Thor run with fire instead of lightning, so it's kind of just a testament to how much better I've gotten at this game. Big variety can help you pick and choose what you need to use in certain fights, but figuring out what works best requires a few deaths to science. Overall, pretty fun. To watch these runs live, follow me on Twitch. We find new ways to play Elden Ring all the time. Join the Patreon if you want to give me money, it's the best place to do that, and sub to my other channel if you like tabletop RPGs and other silly stuff.